Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to Mrs. English Hub. I am Amelia.
And I am Johnny. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Yes, we are. Today we want to talk about something important. It is about our time.
Time. What a simple word, but it means so much. Do you ever feel like time goes too fast?
Oh, yes, Johnny, many times. And sometimes we do things that make time disappear very fast.
That's right. Today, our topic is don't waste your time. We will talk about one big thing that takes our time.
This thing is in your pocket, it is on your table, it is next to your bed. What is it, Johnny?
It is your mobile phone. Most of us have one. We use it every day.
We love our phones, right? They help us connect, they help us learn. But sometimes they also steal our time.
Yes, they do. Let's talk about some common phone habits. Do you have a phone habit, Amelia?
Oh, I do. Many, I think. Let me ask you first, Johnny. What is the first thing you do in the morning?
In the morning, before I drink coffee?
Yes, even before coffee. What do you do?
Okay, I must be honest. Sometimes I wake up, my phone is next to my bed, I reach for it.
Yes, and what do you do then?
I unlock it, then I open an app, maybe social media, I scroll.
You scroll? What does that mean?
It means I move my finger up and down the screen. I look at many pictures, I read short texts, I watch short videos.
Ah, yes. Many people do this. They scroll in the morning, maybe for 5 minutes, maybe for 10 minutes.
Yes, just 10 minutes, but then 10 minutes become 20, 20 minutes become 30, and then, oops, I'm late for work.
Exactly. That is one common habit. Morning scrolling. It feels quick, but it takes time.
What about you, Amelia? Do you scroll in the morning?
Sometimes, yes. I try not to, but it is easy to start. My phone is so close.
What about at night, before you go to sleep?
Oh, that is another big one for me. At night, I am in bed. It is dark. I want to relax. So I pick up my phone.
And you scroll again?
Yes, or I watch videos. Short videos, usually. One video, then another, then another.
And then what happens?
Then it is very late. I look at the clock. Oh no, it is midnight. I wanted to sleep at 10.
This happens to many people. We plan to sleep early, but our phones keep us awake.
It is true. The light from the phone is bad for sleep, and the videos can be very interesting.
So, morning scrolling, night scrolling. These are two common habits. Do you know another one? A funny one?
A funny one. Is it when we are in the bathroom?
You got it. Many people take their phones to the toilet.
Oh, yes. I see people do this. They go to the bathroom and they take their phone. Why, Johnny?
Maybe they don't want to be alone for 1 minute. Maybe they want to read news or play a game.
It is a bit strange, right? It shows how much we love our phones.
It does. So, these are small habits. Just a few minutes here, a few minutes there.
But these small minutes become many lost hours without us noticing.
Let's do some math. If you scroll for 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night and maybe 15 minutes during the day,
that is 1 hour and 15 minutes every day.
Yes. Now multiply that by 7 days. That's more than a whole workday. Just scrolling. That's a lot of time.
And in a month, that is many, many hours. Think about what you can do with those hours.
Wow. When you put it like that, it sounds like a lot.
It is. And these lost hours can cause problems.
What kind of problems, Johnny?
First, poor sleep. We talked about it. When you use your phone at night, your brain stays awake. Yes, it is hard to close your eyes and sleep after looking at a bright screen.
Second, less focus. Our phones give us information very fast. Many short videos, many small pieces of news.
And this makes our brains want things fast. It is hard to focus on one long task.
Exactly. Like reading a book or studying English for 1 hour. Our brain says, no, I want something new, quickly.
So it becomes harder to study, harder to work. Our focus is not strong.
And the third problem, less real communication.
Yes, this is a sad one.
We talk to people online. We send messages. We see their pictures. But is it real communication?
Not always. Sometimes we are with friends or family, but everyone is looking at their phone.
Yes, they're in the same room, but they are not talking to each other. They're talking to their phones.
So we miss real smiles, real laughs, real conversations.
Our phones help us connect with people far away, but sometimes they disconnect us from people who are near.
These are big problems from small habits: poor sleep, less focus, less real communication.
Now, let's ask some simple questions. For you, our dear listener, think about your own phone habits.
Question 1. When you wake up, what is the first thing you touch? Is it your phone?
Before you sleep, what do you do? Do you scroll on your phone?
Question 3. How often do you take your phone to the bathroom? Be honest.
Question 4. When you are with friends or family, do you sometimes look at your phone more than at them?
These questions are not to make you feel bad. They are to help you think, to notice your habits.
Because the first step to change is to notice, to see what you are doing.
So, how can we use our phones in a better way, especially for learning English?
This is very important for Mrs. English Hub listeners. We want to learn English, not just scroll.
First tip, set screen time limits.
What does that mean?
Many phones have a function. It shows you how much time you use each app, and you can set a limit.
So if I spend 30 minutes on social media, my phone tells me time is up.
Exactly. It can help you stop. You can say, okay, 30 minutes for fun, now time for English.
That's a good idea. It makes you aware.
Second tip, use apps for English learning.
Yes, our phones have many wonderful apps for English.
Like what? What apps can help our listeners?
There are apps for vocabulary, like flashcard apps. You see a word, you see the meaning, you learn new words.
Yes, and apps for listening. You can listen to podcasts like Mrs. English Hub.
Absolutely. Or listen to English songs or short English stories.
There are also apps for speaking. You can record your voice or talk to an AI friend.
So, use your phone, but use it for a good purpose, for learning English.
Third tip, put your phone away during study time.
This is hard. My phone wants me. It calls me. Johnny, look at me. New message, new video.
I know, it is like a little monster, but you are stronger than your phone.
So if I study English for 30 minutes, I should put my phone in another room?
Yes, or put it in a drawer. Turn off notifications. Make it quiet.
Out of sight, out of mind. When I don't see it, I don't think about it so much.
It helps you focus. Remember, less focus is a problem, so put it away.
Fourth tip, have phone-free zones or times.
This means places or times where phones are not allowed.
Like at the dinner table?
Yes, when you eat with your family, no phones. Everyone talks, everyone eats.
Or maybe the first hour after waking up, no phone for 1 hour.
Perfect. Or the last hour before bed, no phone. Read a book instead, or talk to your partner.
These zones and times help us get back real communication and better sleep.
Fifth tip, practice speaking English with a friend instead of just scrolling.
This is so important for our listeners. They want to speak English.
Yes, find a friend who also wants to learn English. Meet them. Don't look at your phones, just talk.
Talk about your day. Talk about the weather. Talk about this podcast.
Exactly. Real talk helps you improve much faster than just looking at your phone.
So, Emilia, we have talked about many things. Our phone habits, the problems they cause, and easy tips to use phones better.
Yes, and we must always remember one thing. Time is important. It is very valuable.
You cannot get lost time back, so use your time wisely.
And balance is key. We don't say don't use your phone. No, phones are good tools.
But use them in a balanced way. Use them to help you, not to waste your time.
Use them to connect. Use them to learn, especially to learn English.
Think about those lost hours. How many English words can you learn in 1 hour? A lot.
How many English conversations can you have in 1 hour? Many.
So make a small change today. Just one small change.
Maybe put your phone away for the first 30 minutes in the morning?
Or use a learning app for 15 minutes instead of scrolling social media.
Your English will thank you. Your brain will thank you. Your sleep will thank you.
We hope this episode helps you think about your phone use and helps you use your time better.
Yes, we love having you here at Mrs. English Hub. If you liked this episode, please give us a like.
And subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot. We want to help more people learn English.
Your support means the world to us. Thank you for listening.
We will see you next time on Mrs. English Hub. Bye for now.
Bye everyone. Take care of your time.